Hey everyone, in the last videos I have explained you why you should learn software development and also explained you what are the benefits of learning these skills. Other than this, I have also explained you what are the requirements what are the requirements in order to become a software developer, right? But I have not given you an idea about what it takes to become a software developer. All right. In this video, I'll tell you about that, and not only this, but I'll also explain you the HTML basics. All right. So so, if you want to become a software developer, you have to learn some couple of languages. All right. Okay. One of them is HTML. Then second one is CSS. Third one is JS. On top of that, there are many frameworks like there are Node.js. All right. You have Angular, then React, and then you have uh, Vue. Other than this, you should know a little bit of backend languages like PHP, Python. Python everyone knows, right? So there are frameworks on Python like Django, Flask. You should know a bit about that, and then you should know Node.js, which is also a backend language. All right, written completely same or similar to JS. All right, you should know about that, and you also should know about um, Java. Java is also used by many of the companies, right? So you should know a bit about that. Okay, but don't worry, we'll not get into everything in a first day itself. We'll go from zero to top. All right, so we'll start with this very simple language, that is HTML. All right, in this today's video I'll explain you about the HTML. All right, so without any delay, let me get started. The first thing I'll do, I'll share my Firefox uh, browser. Okay, for that, for learning HTML you should have two things. One is an IDE, or an development environment, which is a very hi-fi name given to the editor. Okay, in simple language, you need an editor to edit files. All right, so that is required. And other than this, you need a browser. Whatever the browser is, it doesn't matter whether it is Opera, Chrome, or Firefox, doesn't matter. So let me show you my Firefox. Okay, so learning HTML is straightforward. Okay, you can learn very easily, but the thing is, after learning you'll forget in couple of days. So not to forget HTML in couple of days, I've designed you a project. I've created a project for you. Okay, in the next couple of videos I'll explain you about how to create this calculator, and by explaining about this you'll also be learning HTML. Okay, and to be honest, by doing this project you won't forget about HTML at all right, so yeah, so let's create this calculator. This is a simple calculator, straightforward. You can see you have buttons, you have small function buttons. You can add numbers, you can delete, you can multiply numbers, subtract number, everything a calculator does, it does, right? So we'll create this calculator from sketch. Okay, and I'll explain you about HTML, then I'll explain you what CSS, how to design this calculator, and I'll give the functionalities by using JavaScript. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. The first thing that is required is an ID. I have an ID. Okay, so my ID is WebStorm. I'm using WebStorm. You can use any other ID. WebStorm is a paid ID, but it's simple and very easy to use. That's why I'm using this WebStorm ID. Okay, you can use VSC. VSC is a free one. Okay, and it's very good one. Right, so use WebStorm or BSC or text editor, Sublime, or anything. It doesn't matter. Only thing matters is like you have the functionalities to edit the files. All right, yeah. So the first thing I will do, I will actually create a folder. I have created a folder beforehand itself. I've created this G90 software development folder. Okay, I'm inside this folder. There is an .idea file. Ignore this. This won't come in your laptop. It's because I'm using WebStorm, so it automatically creates a folder .ida which keep tracks of all the editing I have done on all the configuration. So ignore this. Right, what we'll do, we'll create a new folder. Okay, what is the folder? Calculator. All right, so we have created a folder named calculator. Now what I'll do, I'll create a new file. Let me create a new file. I have no idea how to create it in Explorer. So what I'll do, I will open this folder in an editor. You can also open this folder in an editor. So yeah, I have opened it from beforehand itself. So this is my folder. This is a calculator. Now I'll create a new file. Okay, what will be the name of this file? Very uh, simple. I'll tell you. You can't name it anything. You can name it. Okay, okay. It's very easy to name anything. Right? You can give some random access. Okay, .html. But the thing is that your computer, whenever it doesn't has any um, if the user doesn't explicitly gives the file name to the browser, okay, your computer searches for a spatial file that is known as an index file. So whenever you are creating a project, you should create a index file inside this project. All right. So whenever someone opens this folder in a browser, it will automatically render this index.html file, and it's a standard and a good practice if you have an index.html file in your project. Okay, so that's why you should create an index.html file. Now, in order to load this into your browser, one way you can load is very simple. You just click go to your explorer. Okay, let me go to my explorer. Where is it? Yep. Now I'll copy this. Now I'll open. Okay, when I open this, this will open up my HTML file. This is the simple way in order to load this HTML file. Okay, now whatever edit you will do here, it will load into that HTML file. Alright, into this browser. Okay, the first edit will do is we'll give it a spatial tag. It is not actually a tag, it is something that an indexed HTML should have, because whenever a browser opens an HTML file, okay, you have to uh, explicitly tell the browser that below so explicitly tell the browser that this file is an index.html code. Okay, so how do you do that? You will do using this. Just write doc type. You don't have to know why is it doc type and everything. Just simple, write doc type HTML. What it does, it tells the browser that below that doc type HTML, everything is an HTML tag. Okay, HTML, the full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. It's basically a tag based language where the functionalities depends on the tags. All right, you just use tags in order to tell the browser what how does the text looks, and like, yeah, so you pretty much get it right. It I mean, you use tags to tell browser how you should render it. That's the simple idea behind HTML file. All right, so yeah, the first thing after the doc type comes it's HTML. Why is it HTML? Because inside this tag itself everything comes. Outside that, browser won't take it as an HTML. Okay, so inside this HTML everything will be rendered by the browser. Okay, so now after this, what is required is an header. So an HTML has three parts: a header, body, and a footer. What is meant by this? I'll tell you. Very simple. Whenever you load a file, first of all the browser loads the header file. Okay, and then it loads the body or the entire thing that you see in the browser, and then you have this footer is basically all the below part where you see small links and everything. So these are the three major things in a HTML code. Okay, so you have to create an head, okay, which loads first, and then you have this body inside which all your code goes, and the last part, as straightforward, it's a footer. Now nowadays people don't use footer because everything can be put inside this body, so you don't need footer. Right, so the two major things that is required by an HTML file is head and a footer, head and a body. All right, so what does it goes inside this head? Inside head you put all the meta tags which is necessary by the browser to load first. Right, all the meta tags, and you have all the library links. Okay, so all your code won't be written in a single file, will have multiple modules written in different files, right? So in the header file you connect all these modules. Okay, and whenever the browser loads, before loading the body, it loads the module. Okay, that's the meaning of head. Okay, whatever goes inside head, it loads first before body. Okay, so the first meta tag that it goes is title. What is title? Here you can see that it doesn't has anything, right? It is slash 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 some random name. Okay, so in order to change that, you use title tag. What is tag? Tag is straightforward. It's two greater than smaller than symbol. Inside that you put the tag. Okay, the keyword, special keyword that will be used in order to render whatever inside this tags. Okay, so inside title you can put my my calculator. Okay, calculator. Okay, after this you can see that here the name is changed, so that is the meaning of title. Okay, now you have this head, you need a body. What do you put in the body? Let me put h1. Okay, my calculator. Okay, so now if you save this and if you load this, you can see the body is loaded. So this is a very simple code. Okay, in order to load a h1 text or a header text. What is an h1 tag? H1 is a tag. Inside that, whatever you put, it will be loaded bigger. I mean, it's a header text. Sorry, it's a text heading. Okay, so that's the meaning of h1 text. There are many other tags. You can refer our website grow90. There I have created a section for HTML reference. You can refer that and you can learn about tags. But this tutorial is not about learning tags but using that. Okay, so I have used first tag and created my first HTML. Now in the next videos I'll explain you how you will create divisions. Okay, and all the important buttons and all the important divisions that are required for a calculator. Okay, how you will create that I'll explain you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, see you.